The Durp Show Podcast, the Durp Show Podcast, the Durp Show Podcast, the Durp Show Podcast, episode 7, part 2. The Durp Show Podcast, episode 7, part 2. The Durp Show Podcast, the Durp Show Podcast, the Durp Show Podcast, The Durp Show Podcast, episode 7, part 2. The Durp Show Podcast, episode 7, part 2.
Hey guys, what you're listening to right now is part 2 of the Durp Show Podcast, episode number 7 with the homie Elliot. Off the top, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ezb14 and check out the website ezb14.com. Let's get on with the show.
Another thing that was like super good, that's like, you know, it's fake shit that I don't believe, but I loved it, was that show on Lifetime, Unsolved Mysteries. And I remember when I was a kid, I would watch that shit, but I would only watch it during the day, never at night, because at night, I mean, I would sleep. I mean, even like a few years back, I know it's fake, but I still like to watch it during the day, you know. It's because if I watch it at night, I go to bed thinking, you know, even though, and then I know, you know, it's BS.
Yeah, it's the last thing on your mind, so maybe you don't want to watch that.
But that show was so good, and this guy, they had the perfect guy playing that role. This guy looked scary as fuck, you know, and R.I.P. Robert Stack, that was his name. But they had the perfect, his voice, how he would like narrated everything was like the best, you know. You would have a clip of his voice, but I mean, damn, that thing, his voice was pretty scary. Good show though.
You see, I'm more of a what's that show? Fact or Fiction? I'm more of a fan of that. What was it called? It had a name before that. Yeah, that was the tagline. Fact or fiction. They would tell you stories, and then at the end they would tell you, oh, this was fact and this was fiction. This actually happened. I think it was on A&E as well. And it had one guy. It had like spooky kind of encounters and, you know, like just like coincidence, you know. And it, believe it or not, Fact or Fiction. Is that what it was called? I think it might. Yeah, I think it might have been called that.
Are you sure not getting confused with like
Unsolved Mysterious?
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
No, it was Fact or Fiction. All right, we got the voice here. This is what's his name?
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack narrating
Unsolved Mysteries. Just listen to his voice.
Just for a little bit. Yeah.
Join me. Perhaps you may be able to help solve a mystery. What if your mind worked like a television set? What if you could change channels at will, tune into programs no one else could see? And what if you could never turn the set off? The idea of a creature larger than a gorilla with an odor like a skunk might seem far-fetched.
You see what I'm saying?
And that
you have
voice.
to agree, right? That voice.
It was the music too. But
the music. Well, yeah, everything.
All right, so I'm going to tell you when I stopped believing in ghosts. I was like 13, and you're right, La Llorona used to scare me, you know, and this is, yeah, I believed that story, and I would get scared in the middle of the night. I'm like, fuck.
R.I.P. La Llorona.
I would just be like, fuck, I don't want to hear La Llorona right now. Like, I don't, because basically La Llorona is translates to the crier, and basically it's this ghost who's crying because she threw away her kids out of jealousy in the river. Right? Yeah, she threw away her kids, and the scariest part was that she took kids, and we were kids. You know, they were telling us, and we didn't know
behave or else.
Yeah.
you know.
It was a folklore. It was like, hey, behave, or the Llorona is gonna take you away. And it was like she was looking for her kids.
You know, now that we're 20-something years old, you don't think they just made that shit up so it could scare us?
Hell yeah. So anyways, so I'm in Mexico and I'm like, shit, if the Llorona is real, it's gonna be right here, not in little Soledad, California.
It's live. It's the original one.
It's right here in Michoacan. So I'm sleeping over at my aunt's house, like on the ground, you know. For some reason I can't sleep, and I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear a girl crying.
Oh, shit.
I'm not kidding. And I panic, dude. I'm like sweating. I'm just like, holy shit. And then my brother's sleeping right next to me. So I try to wake him up, and he's like, all right. He tosses over and he's like still sleeping. I'm like, fuck. I got to go tell my aunt. And my aunt's downstairs. And we're upstairs, right? And I open the door, and it's like, it's dark as hell because it's in the middle of the night. And I still hear the... And I'm trying to go downstairs as quietly, but there's like, it's weird. Like the room is inside, but the stairs is outside. Like it's just out in the cold. So I'm seeing everything outside now because I'm walking down the stairs. It was the fucking burro, bro. It was a burro. It was awake. And I go, what the fuck?
A donkey.
It was a donkey that was like 30 feet away, bro. I was like, holy shit. It's a motherfucking burro. There is no such thing as La Llorona.
Did you laugh?
I don't remember. I think I might have went upstairs like, this is fucking stupid. I can't believe this shit.
Did you SMH it after?
I shook my head and went back to sleep. And I realized that this is why the Llorona probably started, because they heard burros. It sounds like, I don't know if that's how they snore or that's just how they sound at night, but it sounds like somebody's crying, like a female was crying. But it's just a donkey, yo.
That's funny.
And I think that was the decline of like, hey, I'm not gonna start believing in this shit anymore. You know, it makes no sense.
Dog life. Fuck that.
So that's pretty much our thoughts on it. Elliot, you got anything?
There's actually another little thing around here. Have you ever been to Fresno? Like from going to Coalinga, the road to Coalinga. Yeah. But I guess you take it like going towards King City, and then it's like a bunch of curves. It's pretty. The road is ugly. It's too many curves. It's like one way. The thing during the day, it's not bad. But I guess at night there's a hitchhiker, but it's a ghost. Have you heard of that one? That was pretty good too.
Okay, so yes, I do know the Coalinga Pass. It is a horrible fucking road. Yeah. But that's how you get to Chancey Casino, I believe. Out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Chancey Gold, where you've lost a lot of money, right?
Let's not talk about my gambling addiction. Anyways, so I can concur that road is ridiculous. It goes on for like 12 miles of nothing but curves. You're going left, you're going right, and then it's at a high altitude too. I think that's the worst.
You go up and then you go down, and then curves, and up and then down, and then curves, up and down, and then,
you lose cell phone reception.
Yeah, that's even crazy. So like I said, during the day, I've passed by it a few times during the day only. But they say that at night, and you pass by it at night, you see someone hitchhiking, trying to ask for a ride. Well, the story is that there was one time this lady that was driving, she ran out of gas, and she went to look for people to, help her out, to get gas. And these two guys helped her out. But then these two guys ended up raping her. And then they killed her. So she came back to hunt that road where she now asks for rides. And if you decline her, then she'll appear in the back of your seat. And then scare the shit out of you. And then probably you drive off the road. I don't know, some shit like that. But my cousin he would drive that way, and he would say he refused to drive at night because of that tell. But you see what I'm saying? Shit like that starts. That's when people get all scared and get all, rowdy and shit.
Okay, let me just say my personal experience.
Isn't it funny though? Isn't it like interesting? That story.
Look it. I will tell you this. I was coming back from Chansey like at 1, 2 in the morning.
You've done that road.
I've done it at night. And the only weird thing, which was a horrible night because I lost a bunch of money and Little Hulk got hurt that night, but that's another story. Little Hulk.
Little Hulk
is my...
Little Hulk is your car, if anyone... Can I say the model and make?
It is a Mitsubishi Lancer 2009.
Lancer, I thought it was a Galant. That's right, Lancer. Yeah, he'll refer to it as Little Hulk.
Little Hulk.
Because of the color, correct?
Which is a greenish bluish, but I look at it as green.
Yeah, so it's Little Hulk.
And it got hurt, so I'm driving pissed off, and we're like at the highest point.
At night then, huh?
At night.
What time was it?
It was like 1 in the morning, and my brother was sleeping. I had the high beams on, and at the highest point, I'm not gonna lie, there was a semi up there. I panicked. I didn't even take off my high beams. I just drove right past it. I was like, what the hell? What's a semi doing all the way up here, Yeah, I thought semis weren't supposed to be... Yeah,
keep in mind, semis in that road, that's fucking insane. If say an example, a Dodge Ram 1500, a big truck, big truck, or a Ford F-150, or a Chevy Silverado, that shit to handle up there, it's crazy. Handling a car, I think, would be way easier, but still, even then, it's still somewhat hard because of the curves, and then you go up and then you go down. Like I said, it's a terrible road. You're better off going all the way to Gilroy, get what is that, Pacheco Pass, those baños, going all around. Because seriously, that road is, oh my god, I hate that road.
This is a true story.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it happened about 2 years ago, and my brother woke up at that time. He's like, "Hey, turn off your high beams." I was like, "Nah, I can't do it." And like within 5 seconds, we passed him, and then we hit another turn, and then of course there's a bunch of turns, but we never saw the semi again. It looked like a regular modern day semi. It didn't come back to haunt us or anything, but I think my brother stayed awake with me. As we were, it might have been later, dude. It might have been like 2, because we didn't get home till late, like 4 in the morning. Yeah. Damn. So that was the only kind of crazy thing about Kalinga, but that was just what I believe is that was a crazy ass truck driver hopped up on like coffee or fucking drugs.
Well, aren't hooked on just caffeine and shit?
It's a very stressful job, actually.
The only cool thing is that I guess you get to travel and drive. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people that enjoy, driving. So, but yeah, still think about it. Hours, the shifts are what, like fucking 12 hours or something like that? Longer? Yeah,
they can drive across country. And then they're driving like big ass vehicles that can hurt people.
And then think about it. Life of a semi-truck driver must suck because you hate it. I fucking hate semi-truck drivers. I mean, I just hate semi-trucks, period. I fucking hate semis.
They drive slow. They like throw rocks at you.
They've cracked my windshield like 3-4 times. They did it
on the wheels of steel.
Yeah, they did it a few times on the wheels of steel. And recently, my brand new purchase car that I just bought a few months ago got baptized by a fucking semi. That is a chip. It's probably like the size of a dime. I'm gonna have to get that repaired because it's a brand new car. So yeah. Okay.
Yikes! You see, that's what I hate about this area too. It's just like you get a bunch of truck drivers around here, and it's impossible like driving the freeway and just like avoiding everything. Like it's gonna happen. Like if it's not bird shit, it's gonna be a rock because of the fields, and they're driving this produce, these lettuce, those
fuckers. Those fuckers are the worst though. Those guys. The semis, the big ones, the one that have the fucking Swift. Yeah, the big ass Swift trailers or I don't know any big companies of semis besides Swift. Because I see that one a lot. You know what I'm talking about? The Swift? No?
Maybe, yeah, the blue.
Yeah, the blue. Yeah, the blue and yellow Swift. That one. And I only remember it because of Taylor Swift. I think that's why. So yeah, those, I mean, I still hate them. Well, actually, those I just dislike. But the ones that I hate are the ones that fucking carry produce. Those like straight up trailer semi. You know, those are the ones that have actually. I know those are the ones that throw the rocks and shit. They carry carrots, broccoli, onion, all that.
You know why?
Yeah, they don't care. Fuck.
They don't care if they stop the flow of traffic. If you're going 85 and they see enough space, though, they're like, I'm taking it. And you're going to slow down because what else are you going to do?
I'm a semi. And think about it. In a collision, I win. Yeah.
You're going to run me over, bro. And then what's worse is they're coming from the field. So they water them in the morning, like early in the morning. And then they get mud on their tires. So then when they finally hit the pavement, it starts coming off. And those are just shooting rocks at you. And if anything, I think I've seen more of those like flipped over and turned around here than any other vehicle ever, just on the freeway. I see that their load isn't tied up, and you get that random box in the freeway, so you got to look out for that. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, all the time. I see
swing left, like, whoa.
Yeah, I see a bunch of those bags that they brought that they pack the lettuce or the broccoli in. You see those bags all the time, on the side of the road, or even when one of those stupid semis they like overpack the fucking strawberries, and then they have a bunch of strawberries all over the road. You have fucking celeries, a bunch of crap.
This is pretty ridiculous that we're talking about truck drivers.
Yes. How the fuck did we get to these motherfuckers?
Colinga Pass.
Yeah.
Truck drivers.
You know what? Isn't this what the Durp show's all about?
It is a podcast about anything, everything, and nothing at the same time. So yes, we can talk about anything.
Yeah, because we derped it with the
YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so we derped it about retelling creepy stories that we're going to post the link up so you guys can hear it, and then you know what we're talking about. And then our personal stuff.
And then we did about our personal stuff. And then,
then truck drivers.
Yeah, and then the truck drivers, basically. I hate trucks. I hate semis. I hate semis.
As long as they stay in the slow lane, it's all good.
I've always fucking said they should make a special lane for semis only, right? Wouldn't that be cool?
There's certain highways.
Ideal.
Like on the 5 going out to LA, there's a certain
yeah.
for just
there's only 2 and they're to the side.
Yeah, because you're going uphill and then you're gonna go. Then
I've driven through that road a few times, and it's funny because I always think they're going so slow, but I always think they're gonna fucking go on my lane, even though it's like 2 lanes that they have and they're going super slow. I still think any second they're just gonna bloop bloop and go.
What I don't like is
what caught semis
going uphill like really fast. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like naturally your car's gonna slow down, but people that are going really fast uphill, especially at a sharp incline like on the 5 or like Monterey going into like Pebble Beach, there's that little hill up on top. People just take that crazy. Like the speed limit's 55. I might be going 65, but there's some jackass like going 80.
People are ruthless. Then again, it's all fucking the white crazy people.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. What the hell are they gonna get? A ticket? A ticket to those fuckers is like what? An hour of work of work, and their fucking work is not even labor.
Okay. Since we're talking about this, we might as well open Pandora's box. Okay, guys, that's where we end it for part 2 of episode 7. Make sure you check out part 3, and lastly, remember check out ezb14.com and follow on Twitter and Instagram at ezb14. I'm out.